Greetings, young Padawans. Obi-Wan Benobi here. Today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new EM2 assault rifle that was recently added to Call of Duty Cold War as well as Warzone. Now, if you guys are fans of people like TrueGameData and JGod the way that I am, then you're already aware that they've been calling this thing out as the new high-skill meta in Warzone. This thing absolutely slaps. If you haven't seen their videos, I'll place a link in the description below so you can go check those out. But basically, if you can handle the recoil on this thing, you're going to absolutely be deleting your opponents. So what we're going to take a look at today is how to most efficiently level the weapon from 0 to 55 so you can unlock all those attachments that you need to be using in the war zone. But more importantly, you want to be able to flex on your opponents while you're doing it. So I'm going to show you how to most efficiently, while you're leveling your weapon, also unlock those camos so that you can get this thing to gold as quickly as possible. Here we go, guys. We've got the brand new EM2 assault rifle. As you can see, I'm level 1. I have not used this weapon at all in Warzone or in Cold War. And I'm going to go through this. I'm going to show you your class setups that you want to have. I'm going to show you what game modes that you want to be running. I'm going to show you a couple strategies that you want to be using. And we're going to break this video up into 4 distinct sections. Phase 1 is going to be getting you from level 1 to level 30 as quickly as possible. The second phase, once you hit level 30, you're going to open up those floral camos, and these are the first camos that you really have to be intentional with what you're doing to try to complete them. Then once those are completed, we're going to move on to long shots, and I'm going to show you one of my PRs and how you can get your long shots knocked out super fast. And then finally, the final phase is just getting your double kills and mopping up any other challenges that might be left over, which should be almost none of them. First, let's go ahead and go through each of these challenges just so you can see what they are. With every weapon, the first challenge is the spray camos. And you're going to unlock these simply by getting eliminations. With this gun, you need to get 300 eliminations to unlock the final challenge. You're going to have this done in 10 matches. You'll have this done way before you hit level 30. Camo challenge number 2 is the Stripes Camo challenge, which you complete by getting kills with headshots in Cold War. This one is another one that's going to happen pretty organically as you go. However, this might sound a little silly to say. The easiest way to complete this challenge is to aim for the head. Now, I know that sounds stupid. You're going, Master Obi-Wan Benobi, what are you talking about? Of course I'm aiming for the head to try to get headshots. But if you think about it, if you really think about your gameplay, are you intentionally, as you pull up, are you consciously thinking, okay, shoot them in the brain, right? Always shoot them in the brain. I find that as I get into gunfights and I'm going through my gameplay, that I just get tunnel visioned and I'm just shooting at people, right? I'm getting mostly chest shots, maybe some limb shots, I'll get some headshots here and there. But when I find myself thinking consciously, okay, I'm going for only headshots, I'm going to make sure, even if it means I die because I could have gotten some body shots and gotten the kill, but I'm going to aim higher and maybe miss a couple shots to try to go for the headshot. When you find yourself being intentional about trying to get headshots, that's when this is really going to get ticked off quickly. The third camo challenge is the classic camos challenge, which is your bloodthirsties, which you get for killing 5 enemies in a row without dying, and you have to do that 20 times. This is something that should come pretty organically as well. If you find yourself struggling with these, a good thing to pair this one with is the long shot kills, which we'll get to a little bit later on. But if you find you're struggling with this, slow down a little bit. Play a little bit less aggressive. The next challenge that we have is the geometric camos challenge. This is for getting long shot kills. This is one of the easiest ones you'll get. But with the game mode that we're going to be playing in phase 1, long shots are almost impossible because they're very small maps. So we're actually going to save this for phase 3, and you're going to see how we're going to knock this challenge out in 2 matches. Okay, our next one is the floral camo challenges. This is one of the most annoying of all of the Cold War camo challenges, save for maybe point blank kills with shotguns and SMGs. But this requires you to get kills on enemies who are detected, stunned, or blinded by your score streaks, equipment, or field upgrades. This is going to be the beginning of phase 2 of our camo challenges today. When we hit level 30, you're going to see our gameplay is going to change and our class loadout is going to change specifically to sell out to be completing this challenge as quickly as possible. Our second to last challenge is the Science Camo Challenge. This one can also be a little bit annoying, but should come fairly organically. It's for shooting enemies who are taking cover from you. And I'll talk about this a little bit later in the video when we get to this section of our camo challenge unlocks. Last but not least, we have what is actually one of the easiest challenges in the game, and that is for getting double kills. And for this particular weapon, you need to get 25 double kills. We're going to knock this out in no time. Okay, next thing we want to look at real quick is what game mode are we going to play for phase 1 to get from level 0 to 30 as quickly as possible, because that's what's going to determine our loadout. The mode I like to play, I've tried a bunch of different ones, the mode I like to play for leveling my gun as quickly as possible from 0 to 30 is face-off 6v6. You can read here that it is a mosh pit of 6v6 respawn modes on gunfight maps. What this means is you're playing full 6v6 teams, but you're playing them on maps that are designed for 2v2. So they're very small maps, very intense, a lot of gunfights. The matches are incredibly short. On average, I found myself getting between 25 and 35 kills per match, and these matches are done in 5 minutes or less. So if you compare that to playing, say, like a hardcore team deathmatch or a regular team deathmatch, hardcore domination, whatever game mode you generally play, those game modes take 10 minutes or more. So doing one of these matches and getting 30 kills is the equivalent of getting 60 kills in a regular game mode. So let's take a look now at our class setup. Obviously, we need to have the EM2. As we unlock levels with this gun, we're going to add attachments to it. The attachments that you're going to want to add are not the attachments that you would use in Warzone. What you're going to want to add is anything that helps you with recoil and speed. You want this thing to be snappy and you want to be able to control it. So keep that in mind as you're unlocking attachments here. Your secondary does not matter here, so you can put whatever you want to in your secondary slot. We're not going to use it. For my tactical, for this section, I like to use stim shots. For my lethal, I always like to run Semtex. I'm not really using it though, because again, the point that we're going for here isn't high kill games necessarily, unless those kills are coming from your weapon. Field upgrade doesn't really matter. Okay guys, that's all you need to know for phase number 1. Let's jump into a few matches and let's see how fast we can get to level 30.
Team deathmatch. Taking C. Alpha.
Okay, Padawans, so here we are. As you can see, we have reached level 30, and this took about 1 hour, maybe an hour and 10 minutes. We played about 12 matches of 6v6 face-off, and here we are at level 30. Now that we've unlocked level 30, we're going to be switching gears. We're not going to worry in this next section as much about what our gun level is. We are going to worry about full sending to get detection and stun kills. Before we jump into exactly how we're going to do that, let's take a look at our other camo challenges and see where we're at so far. As you can see here, the first section, which is the spray camos, we've already completed our 300 eliminations. Moving over to the stripes camo challenges, we've gotten 67 out of 100 headshots in our first 30 levels, so we should have no problem finishing off getting the last 33 headshots in the next 25 levels. We're in a very similar position with our classic camo challenges, our bloodthirsties. We're at 12 out of 20, so we're over halfway there already. Finally, that brings us to the floral camo challenges, which we've just unlocked here at level 30, which again are all about detecting and stunning your enemies and then killing them. So let's take a look at how we're going to tweak our class setup to accommodate this. The first change that you're going to see that we've made here is switching out our stim shot for stun grenades. and you're just going to want to be spamming these stun grenades as soon as they become available, which is why we're going to continue to run the Quartermaster perk so that that stun grenade will recharge every 25 seconds. The next change is that we're going to make sure that we're running our field upgrade is the field mic. And again, you're going to want to have Gearhead as your perk 2 for this, because it will make your field mic recharge faster and it'll allow you to carry 2. Now in face-off mode, that's not going to be an issue because more often than not you're only going to have enough time to get one field mic out anyway. And when you place that field mic when you're playing in face-off mode, what you're going to want to try to do is place it in an area of the map where it can cover the majority of the map, which is not that difficult to do in face-off considering the maps are so small. You just need to be careful that you don't put your field mic in a position where it's going to get seen easily and shot, destroyed by the other team, or accidentally hit with a grenade. Now, if you find that you're not really enjoying the face-off mode and you want an alternative method to unlocking the floral camo challenges, the alternative method that I would suggest would be taking this exact class setup into hardcore nuke jacked. And what that's going to do is that's going to play various game modes only on Nuketown and Hijacked. And those are both relatively small maps. Plus you have the added benefit playing a normal game mode where you're probably going to get 2 field upgrades per match, as well as you can bring kill streaks into those regular game modes that you can't bring into the face-off. So if you do end up playing a regular game mode to do this next section, make sure that you're running spy plane so that you can pop that spy plane and get some more of those detection kills. I'm going to leave you guys with a little bit of gameplay so you can see the strategy that I ran for some of this, and I'll catch you guys back in phase 3.
The objective. Stun set. Losing A. C locked down. Enemy has Alpha. We're in the lead.
Copy system. Field mic out. Kill.
Pulling ahead. Wait. Starting field light.
Welcome back, Padawans. As you can see, we have now completed our floral challenges. We can finally move on from what is one of my least favorite camo grinds in all of Cold War. In getting that completed, you can see that our gun level has gone from level 30 to level 45. Let's take a look at where we stand on our other camo challenges. As you can see, we've also now completed all of our headshots. We've gotten our 100 headshots. We've also now completed all of our classic camo challenges as well and completed getting our 20 bloodthirsties. Additionally, when we reached level 40, we unlocked the science camo challenges, and as you can see, we've already completed 10 out of the 50 kills of enemies taking cover that are required to complete these camo challenges. So now we're going to switch gears. Phase 3, we're going to focus on how to quickly take care of these long shot challenges. As you can see, we've only gotten 1 long shot in 45 weapon levels. So let's take a look now at how we're going to change our class setup to knock these out. So for me, my favorite mid to long range optic in Cold War is the Axial Arms 3x scope. So that's what I've put on my EM2 here. So we're going to run that to try to facilitate these long shot kills. And then again, my other attachments are going to be primarily to help with long range recoil control. Moving on here, I've substituted back in my stim shot for my stun grenades. If you're going for long shots, you shouldn't have to be stunning people. So the stim shot is going to be a lot more important for healing you if you take a couple pop shots from range. As far as game mode is concerned, here's where I switch gears. I like to go into hardcore domination. Here's the thing though, do not play the objective. Yes, I said that right, do not play the objective. Your sole purpose is grinding out these levels and camos as quickly as possible. Maybe that doesn't make you the best teammate. When you play an objective-based game mode, you have a great idea of where your enemies are coming from. Spawn flips tend to happen a whole lot less. And what that means is you can find the lanes that will allow you to get these long shots that you need. Again, does that make you a bad teammate? Maybe. But I'm sorry, I'm not in these pub groups to make friends. I'm in these pub groups to hurry up and grind this out so I can take my dark matter over into Verdansk and clap some cheeks. One last thing about getting your long shots is do not be afraid to lobby shop. I got this challenge completed in only 2 matches. However, there were probably 5 matches in between. I left the lobby prior to it loading in. And the reason for that is if you're selling out for long shot kills, you have to play a little campy. You have to play maps that allow for long shot kills. It's going to be really hard to get this done quickly on a map like Rush or Nuketown or Yamantau, right? However, as you'll see in maps like Standoff, Satellite, these are perfect maps to get long shot kills. Let's take a look at what that looks like now, and I'll see you guys in a second.
Losing B. Hardcore domain. C secure. Enemy has A. Taking the... Losing Bravo. Enemy has Bravo. Securing Bravo.
Timeline over. 5 players exiting the area.
Enemy took B. Securing Bravo. Bravo secure.
And there you have it, Padawans. 2 matches, 50 plus long shot kills. Could not get any easier than that. So we're nearing the end here. We're at level 47 and we have all of our camo challenges completed with the exception of the last 2 stages of the science camo, as well as the psychedelic camos, which are your double kills, which will unlock in 3 more levels. So the final phase is to play whatever game mode it is that you've enjoyed the most so far. I highly recommend either 6v6 face-off or Nuke Jacked. Again, that has to do with the small maps, a lot of people. It makes it so much easier to get those double kills, which are the last thing that you really need to knock this out and unlock your gold. I'll leave you with a little bit of gameplay and then I'll catch you at the end.
Down. Hardpoint secure. Down. B.
Okay, Padawans, that completes today's lesson. As you can see, we've completely leveled this gun up from 0 to 55 and from no camos to gold. I do hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please do me a solid, hit the like button, consider subscribing, and if there's any kind of videos that you guys would like to see, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. I'll catch you guys in the next one.